He's my dads. I'm live, man. My boy A to the B. Just received your call. You're so funny, man. What's good, man? I'm live now, man. Join me. Join me. I'm early 3 minutes. You can see I'm early. I'm so early, man. I'm so early. But anyways, I'm so sorry for for not coming much earlier. All right. Yeah, but no time to cry about it. Your boy is here. No time to cry about it, man. I hope you're doing great, first of all. How are you doing, my dogs? My dogs. How are you doing? How are you doing, man? How are you doing? Did you enjoy your weekend? It's a Monday. It's a great Monday. I'm feeling great over here. Energized, hyped. Let's roll, man. So the question of today is, can Tottenham destroy Leeds United to escape relegation? Tottenham, they are battling a big battle, man, at the moment. Hotspurs. Hotspurs. Can Tottenham Hotspurs destroy Leeds to escape the relegation? That's the question for the poll. So jump in it right now. Jump in it. In the meantime, let me share my screen. I don't know why my network is crazy. Is my network going crazy, man? The game is gonna start in 1 minute. Damn. 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 This is crazy. Share my screen. Yeah, I might be late a bit, but we are popping. We are popping. So Tottenham is not in a good form, but lately in their previous two matches they won all of them. As you can see on your screens, in their previous two matches they've won. Yeah, and today they are facing Leeds. Leeds is in a much better form at the moment because in their previous five matches they've won uh, three of them, lost one and one draw. So they are much better than Tottenham Hotspurs. So Tottenham today is going to be using a formation of 4-2-3-1. Four defenders, two mid, three forwards, and one striker. Whereas Leeds is going to be using a different but a legendary formation, 4-3-3. Four defenders, four midfielders, no, four defenders, three midfielders, and three forwards. Yeah. And the starting 11 for Tottenham, here we go. Let me go quick on that. Goalkeeper, we have Kinski. Four defenders, we have Udoki, Van de Ven. Van de Ven is a good defender there. We have Danso, also a good defender, and Poro. Two midfielders, we have Bentaku and Polhinya. Three forwards, we have Tel. In their previous match, he was exceptional one, beautiful player there, and a beautiful performance. Of Gallagher also scored a beautiful goal in their previous match, and Kolo Muani on the right wing. For the Leeds, we have Dalo as the goalkeeper for them. We have their four defenders. We have Justin, Rodon, Bijol, and the one and only Strujic. All right, those are four defenders: Justin, Rodon, Bijol, and the one and only Strujic. Three defenders: we have Stach or Stuck. We have Ampadu and Tanaka. Three forwards, we have James Calvert-Lewin and Aaron Bronson. Let's go. The game is on. Let me share the live commentary. I don't want to waste any minute, man. Let's roll. It's a match for a match week 36 for Tottenham and Leeds. So let's roll, man. Please make sure to vote in the live chat. The question for the poll is: can Tottenham Hotspurs destroy Leeds United to escape relegation? That's the question for today. Make sure to vote. Make sure to vote, man. Make sure to vote. The live commentary is coming in a minute. In a minute. Make sure to vote in the live chat, Dax. Vote, 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 vote. The question for the poll, once again, let me repeat myself. Can Tottenham Hotspurs defeat Leeds United to escape relegation? Make sure to vote. So here is the live commentary, guys. Let's roll. Let us roll in style. All right. I can see 2 votes are in. Lovely to see. Lovely to see. Let's roll.
Welcome to our audio commentary.
35-year-old Carl Darlow, Welsh international. So long a second string at Newcastle.
Let's go,
When he first came to Leeds as well.
Bro.
Behind Berlioz first of all, and then
Wagwan.
Perry, who's on the bench tonight.
Welcome everyone in the chat.
An established number one. Anton Kinski at the other end. Not an established number
How are you
one,
doing, my boy?
Because Vicario is injured, of course.
Welcome to the chat, man.
Looking to, well, he's regained something of his reputation since being ignominiously substituted in the Champions League earlier on in the season.
Tottenham, let's go.
Dressed in purple, kicks long, right-footed, downfield. Strong header by Rodon. Touch to this near side, and James will play it up the line into the channel. Calvert-Lewin wins the header. Stack spreads it wide to Aronson. Aronson's first touch wasn't a good one though. And Spurs are back in possession. They play it forward to Kolo Muani.
Leeds.
Lots of tackles going in over that far side. Kolo Muani loses the ball.
Your voice is so low, bro. I can't really hear because the football commentary's voice. Oh, don't panic, man. Let's enjoy.
Touches it to his left. Hoisted forward down the left-hand channel. Calvert-Lewin looking suspiciously offside. And the flag, indeed, has gone up against the former Everton man. And that will be.
I hope you're all doing great, man. I hope so. Vote in the live chat. Subscribe.
On this huge night. Tottenham 0, Leeds 0. Anton Kinski. Should have said to you that once again, James Maddison is on the bench for Spurs after his wretched season spent out with injury. There'll be a huge cheer if he comes on at some point tonight. The old back to Darlow, who clears right-footed over the halfway line. Aronson appeals to the referee that he was somehow impeded, but Jared Gile is not interested in the Americans' protestations. It was with Danso, the Austrian international, festooned in orange boots tonight, so it's pretty easy to pick out. If there's a floodlight failure, we'll navigate via his boots. Ball forward from Danso. James is on the cover at fullback, but the ball has dropped to Matisse Tell. James competes with it, puts it out over this near side touchline. It'll be a throw to Spurs, which Tell is going to leave to Destiny Udogie. Udogie throws it in. It's played by Paulina. into the path of Denso, who's
A question in the chat, man. How are you, bro? Have you eaten? Yes, I'm full, man. And I'm here to enjoy the game, man. How are you? Have you eaten?
Spanish football
Let me
in
know.
January. Just plays the ball defensively. It's with Mickey van der Ven. Forward to Paulinho, who crosses the halfway line. Man on loan from Bayern Munich. Inside to Matisse Tell. Now into the centre circle and Denso. Denso looking ahead of him, but didn't see too much movement. He's linked up though with Conor Gallagher. That's a nice little 1-2 on the far side. Sets Matisse Tell underway. Cross comes in from the right from Porro. Headed away by Leeds. Spurs have it back again on that far side with Polo Muani. Stripped of it though. Good tackling back by Leeds United. But they've given the ball away again to Richarlison. Here's Matisse Tell. And now Destiny Doggy. Plays it forward again to Tell, who's just outside the box on the left-hand side. Forced wide by Rodon, and Rodon manages to play it off Tell for a goal kick. But that was good from Spurs. They were high up the pitch, pressing for the ball. Forced Leeds into a couple of fairly cheap mistakes. Roberto De Zerbi is already in earnest conversation with the official. Not sure what the issue was there. Leeds United have a man down in the meantime, so the physios are on to attend to him. I think it may be Ethan Ampadu, the skipper. Daniel Farker watches on.
Oh, thanks for the compliment, man. This is a jacket, a sweater, a heavy one, and a white t-shirt. Thanks for the compliment,
I feel
man.
that he's done a pretty decent job, I would think. He's kept them up. They got to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. It's not Ampadu on the floor, actually. It's James Justin.
Vote in the live
who's
chat.
got
Sub up,
back in the nose there.
like and sub.
With some blood from the nose. Roberto De Zerbi, in the meantime, is in the ear of one of his players. Spurs needing to put right this wretched home run. They've not won here since December, which is pretty awful. But their record against Leeds is pretty good. 6 wins in 7 in the last 7 head-to-heads, including the reverse fixture this season, and all 3 games to be held here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So history would appear to be on their side. In fact, there hasn't been a winning goal scored by a Leeds player on North London soil since 2001. Lee Bowyer, the scorer of that goal, in a 2-1 success at White Hart Lane almost, a quarter of a century ago. Back underway with Darlow's kick, headed forward by Mickey van der Ven. Picked up by Rodrigo Bentancur. It's a slightly loose pass out to the right, but Porro will pick it up in plenty of space. He's crossed the halfway line. Running in off the touchline, he's played the ball through. Richarlison! That was really good defending.
Come on!
Really, really good defending.
Come on, Richarlison.
Very well done by Rodon. Richarlison wasn't offside. James had played him on. But Rodon did very well to get back goal side, get his body between Richarlison and the ball.
Who knows? Maybe this time is, if you guess it right, I will get.
Rodon made him pay for it.
Oh man,
Leeds were sleeping. Dan James in that deep position.
you're gonna get lucky, man. Don't panic. Don't panic.
Fullback's role. Perhaps because of the attention that
Gonna get lucky,
James
man.
Justin had been receiving. And he played Richarlison onside. So if the Spurs man's first touch had been better, the home side might have been one to the good. But well defended, Joe Rodon. All played down towards the other end this time, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin is crowded out. His Destiny Doggy just playing it off Aronson for a throw midway inside his own half. Thrown back to Mickey van der Ven. Square pass for Kevin Danso. 31 caps for Austria. Kevin Danso slotted in because Christian Romero is out for the rest of the season. He's had to slot in for Romero quite a bit this season because the Spurs captain kept getting himself sent off. He's the man who plays with his heart more often than his head is Christian Romero. Inspirational, but can be kamikaze. Spurs might be grateful on a big night that they've got a slightly cooler head in their back four. Here is Danso once again. Square for Mickey van der Ven. Returns it to Danso in the centre circle. He looks up, plays a ball to his right. Paulino looks to take on Aronson. Down the line to Kolo Muani. Muani back into the centre of the pitch. Ball played forward there, but too long from Conor Gallagher. Rolls over the dead ball line for a goal kick. Roberto De Zerbi out of his technical area once again. Referees come across to have another word with him. This is becoming quite a conversation between the referee and De Zerbi. I think he keeps wandering out of his technical area. He's right on the very corner of it. I think the officials are being pretty insistent that he stays within the confines, as the rules of the game require, of course. Richarlison comes in, puts in a slide and challenge, stops the ball being played forward, G's up the crowd. There's a lot of tension about, as you would expect. Spurs 68% possession in the first 12 minutes.
My boy Arialaga saying, I'm not panicking, bro, because my principle is, if you fail, try again. Nice one. That's a nice one, man.
Slightly further forward than that.
Tottenham, let's go, man. Score a goal. Score a goal.
Rodon's come across to
let's go.
Take the throw, the Welsh international. Throws it up the line. It's over the head of Calvert-Lewin. Aronson couldn't get onto it, but that's a misplaced pass out of defence by Spurs. They couldn't get onto it, Leeds, but they have now. Here's Tanaka turning away from the challenge, but he's hustled by Conor Gallagher, who's won the ball back for Spurs. Gets down the right-hand side, swings it right to left. Matisse Tell, lovely control from him. He has the ball to the left of the penalty area. Faced by Rodon, looking for a way through. Plays it back to Udogi. Now into a more central area to Paulino. Keeps moving it right. Spurs just outside the penalty area. Porro down the line. He's looking for Kolo Muani. Strick failed to clear it.
Kolo Muani.
Struggling in defence a little. They've got it over the far touchline for a throw, but Spurs are on the front foot.
Let's go, Spurs.
Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, 14 minutes gone. Spurs 0, Leeds 0. Spurs, as it stands, 2 points ahead of West Ham. Both will have 2 games to go. And Spurs will want the 3 points tonight. They visit Chelsea next, which won't be easy. And then they finish off at home to Everton. That won't be easy either. Everton's still in the European argument. Porro has it from the throw. Swings one into the penalty area. Richarlison rises, heads it back into a central area. Headed away by Leeds, but at the expense of a corner. The first corner of the night to the home side.
Tottenham has a corner. Arialaga is saying because life is only temporary, so we must always be enthusiastic whatever the problem. Let's go. Must be positive, man. Positivity always. Positivity always, my boy.
They need their leading scorer.
First corner for Tottenham.
Matisse Tell to take the corner from the left-hand side. Right-footed, right towards the far post.
Let's go.
Richarlison got ahead on it. And in fact, the last touch came off a Leeds player, so he's gone out for a corner on the other side.
Another corner. Let's
Himself
go.
a central figure here is Richarlison. He was an Olympian with Brazil, of course, back in 2016. Won a gold medal with Brazil as an Olympian. Corner from the right this time. Two players in conversation about it. Porro's gone across to have a word, but it's going to be Matisse Tell to take it. This one will be a right-footed outswinger. He's actually put the ball down in the quadrant, which is almost a collector's item these days. In comes the corner to the near post. James heads away. Porro can easily retrieve, though, and swing it back in dangerously. Oh, doesn't reach. Richarlison.
Come on, Tottenham. Have you worked? This is what I'm doing, man. This is my work, and I relax doing this, man. So I'm working and relaxing at the same time.
Back to Paulinho. Into the centre circle to Udogie, who is playing last man from the corner.
Tottenham, we need a goal, man. Today I'm supporting Tottenham. Let's go.
Uruguayan gives it to Danso. Danso back to Udogie in the centre circle.
Tottenham, let's go.
Porro now all the way back to his goalkeeper, Kinski. As the game pauses for a moment almost. Has an intake of breath. Ball forward again by Spurs towards the right-hand channel. Moani couldn't get onto that one, and Spurs have headed it out for a throw on the far side. It's taken by James Justin, who's managed to stop the flow of blood from the nose. Spurs are 20th and last in terms of home wins this season, and they've only got 11 points. That makes them last on that count as well. 2 home wins out of 17 for Tottenham Hotspur. Utterly dismal. They've given away a free kick here too. On the left-hand side, and fouled by Danso on Aronson. So free kick to Leeds United. Just about 5 yards in from the left-hand touchline. About midway, well, just less than midway inside the Spurs half. Plenty of men gone forward to the edge of the penalty area. Lofted into that area now, towards strike, doesn't get a head on it, breaks to Dan James to the right of the penalty area, faced by Udogie. His attempted cross is charged down by Matisse Tell. He and Udogie look to tidy up, but Tell's ran himself into trouble. That was a terrible ball across the bar.
Come on.
Could so easily have been a big problem.
Come on.
As it is, Spurs will break out on the counter-attack. Here is Kolo Muani. Can he reach the byline? No, he can't.
Let's do
Leeds
this.
is then defending well enough, but Matisse Tell very nearly played Spurs into an awful place there. He was pressed back to the byline, crossed it across his own box.
Tottenham, if you do jokes, you're gonna lose this match.
Try and get ahead on the ball, and it just
This time maybe a win.
Danso's
Hope
head.
Leeds United
It hadn't have done.
and Tottenham 1-1 or 1-0.
And probably one to the good.
Better be excited,
That
man.
was
These are lucky
awful defending
jackets.
from Matisse Tell. That was the sort of thing when I was learning to play football as an 11-year-old. If I'd done that at my primary school,
Come on.
my Welsh football master would have had my guts for garters. He really would. Leeds breaking out of defence. And Perdue past 2 tackles, striding through the centre circle. Plays it forward. Here's Aronson. Aronson played it out wide. Justin was outside him. Spurs came across, cleared it out for a corner. All of a sudden,
Come on.
that little piece of play from Matisse Tell has changed the momentum of the game.
Leeds, they want to
Spurs were well on
score.
top, but a nervous moment has led to more nervous moments. And they needed Udogie
Tottenham, they're in
Corner
danger,
from the
man.
left for Leeds United. 20 minutes played. Tottenham 0, Leeds 0. Corner played short. Here's Aronson to drift the ball across the box. Headed down. Good save.
Woo,
Really good
Leeds,
save by
chill.
Kinski. Down to his left.
Leeds, they want to score, man.
Lovely ball in from Aronson. Put it across the box. Rodon on the edge of the 6-yard box. Got the header in. Kinski's got a hand on it. I think it's touched the post as well. Down at the other end, here's Matisse Tell. The flag's gone up against Richarlison. But that's the first really big chance of the night. Falling to Joe Rodon. And Anton Kinski really got down well to get a left hand on it as it looked like it was going to cross the line.
A big chance for Leeds.
Really
Wasted.
good downward header. It's a splendid save. Really good effort from Kinski. As I say, not many weeks ago, he was in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. And he was dragged off in the Champions League. But the 23-year-old Czech under-21 international was at his very best there. Fine stop. Leeds play the ball forward over the halfway line. Calvert-Lewin competing for it with Tell. Tell retreating backwards, needs to be more careful where he plays this pass. He manages to find
Ganso.
Cleared by Kinski over the halfway line. Rodon wins the header. Calvert-Lewin got a foot to the ball, but couldn't keep possession. Tell is squeezed off it again, though. Here is Calvert-Lewin. Fine stack. Tell once more. Conor Gallagher.
My boy.
To Mickey van der Ven.
It's past to win.
Now to Kinski. Kinski to Danso.
Shout out to my boy
right
A
in
to the
area.
B in the chat.
Great clearance by Danso. And here's Anton Stack. Just outside the penalty area. Goes down on the challenge. No foul, says the referee. Stack's left in a heap. And Spurs break clear. Matisse Tell on the left-hand touchline. Running at his fullback. It's Rodon trying to hold him up.
Rodon.
He's got help as Rodon. And it's out for a throw. Anton Stack is furious he didn't get a foul down the other end. Let's have a look. Well, he was fouled.
Big up to Arialaga Frey.
Gallagher.
Yes,
He's got every right to
sir.
be annoyed as the German. There should have been a free kick right on the edge of the box. Conor Gallagher gets away with one. Sometimes if you're in a relegation battle, not only do you have to be good, but if you can't be good, maybe you have to be lucky. West Ham will say they weren't lucky yesterday. Danso with the throw. Poor fist away by Darlow. Overhead from Richarlison.
Yes.
It's going to drift wide.
Oh my goodness, Richarlison.
Darlow.
And everyone tonight, let's have fun.
The Danso throw in.
Big up to everyone in the chat,
Caused some
in
confusion.
this stream, and big up.
Under pressure from Mickey van der Ven and rather flapped at it. Did Darlow, but he got away with it.
Jallo.
Leeds United looking to build another track, lofting the ball forward, skims off the head of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, headed forward once more, picked up by Tanaka. That ball out to the near side is not going to be kept in though by Anton Stack, and it's out for a throw. Throw to Spurs. It's a throw about 20
Chill,
yards
bro,
from there.
chill.
Left corner flag. Taken by Udogi.
Chill, let's enjoy the Tottenham match, man.
Richarlison back to Udogi. And Van der Ven. Gives it back to his goalkeeper Kinski, who fakes to kick it long, right-footed. Instead, gives it to Danso to the right of the penalty area. Here's Porro.
Porro.
Forward is partially blocked by Justin and goes out for a throw. 25 minutes played at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs 0, Leeds 0. Spurs not having this their own way by any means.
Spurs, you need to win this match. Let's go.
They're safe. They've had the best chance through Joe Rodon. Really good stop by Kinski. Here is Udogie. Laying it up towards the halfway line. That's good, strong play by Benton Kerr. Holds off a couple of challenges. Finds Matisse Tell, who's on the left edge. Skipping into the penalty area. Putting in the shot. It's blocked over the bar.
Come on.
That was great feet from Matisse Tell. Well, I hammered him earlier on for an awful pass in defence.
Oh
but he
my
skipped between
goodness.
two defenders there. Really quicksilver feet from Matisse Tell. Rodon was left wondering where he'd gone.
What a chance.
But the tackle came across to block the shot. And it's out for a corner on the left. Tell to take it. Right-footed in-swinger incoming. Plenty forward for Tottenham. Richarlison and Ampadu.
Thank you for the encouragement to my friend, man. You're most welcome, man.
Referee
Most welcome.
coming across to have a word. Well, surely we're not going to have major drama from a corner again tonight. There was enough of that yesterday at the London Stadium. Let me say, I think the officials did get that right in the end. Sorry, West Ham fans. And for those saying, well, it's inconsistent, I know that. But you can't say because other decisions have been wrong, we'll let that one be wrong as well. The corner's cleared at the near post. Comes out as far as Udogie. Conor Gallagher will swing another ball in. Tanaka skims off the back of his head. Goes out for a throw near the corner flag on the far side. That's the Spurs right. The Japanese just about got high enough to get something on that. But Danso's going to launch another long throw in here. The long throw has definitely become a thing again this year. Michael Coyote, probably the chief exponent, the Brentford man, but Danso's long throws look pretty dangerous too. In comes another one, like a missile. Darlow again, not a great punch. Gallagher looks to put the shot in.
Tottenham! What a shot from Gallagher.
And it's gone out for a corner kick.
Another corner for Tottenham. Next week I'll bet again when I get my salary, man. All right, man. Don't panic. Let's enjoy.
Right-footed in-swinger from the left. Spurs have had a few corners. Haven't quite managed to make the most of them. In comes another.
First, they are looking for a goal here.
Post, headed back across. Away by Beal. Drops for Porro. Here's Gallagher. Now Tell drills one across the box dangerously. But nobody can quite provide a finishing touch. Benton Kerr arrived outside the far post, trying to play the ball back across. But the ball had too much fizz on it. It's gone out for a goal kick. Wasn't much wrong with the ball. He just couldn't quite reach it. Good effort that. Leeds now try and play their way up from the back. They opt for the long ball down to Calvert-Lewin. He heads it on. James is giving chase. Doggy shields the ball away from him. James puts him under pressure though. But Doggy does well. Sees the ball out for a goal kick. Good pressure from James, but Doggy was up to it. And it was a goal kick. As we approach the half hour here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs 0, Leeds United 0. Clearance falls to Richarlison. His ball to the far side. He's not a particularly good one to Tell. Tell applauds the idea, but the execution was a little off from the heavily tattooed Richarlison. We're talking of heavily tattooed men. Rodon is also.
Rodon. You are saying it is strange that in my country's league, it's always unpredictable. My goodness. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. But football is always unpredictable. Today, this team is gonna score. Next, another one will score. You can never predict. You can never be 100% sure. That's something that you should know, man. You can never be 100% sure in football. Yeah? Like right now, I'm expecting Tottenham to win. But it is taking ages, man, for them to even score a goal. It's taking ages. I don't know what's happening. But let us just hold our horses, man. Any minute from now, gonna get a goal here.
Welcome to our audio commentary. This podcast.
What?
Shot got a little deflection off Rodon, which I think killed some of the pace. Well, what's happened here? Well, the referee has said that Darlow has taken too long to clear the ball. And so he's awarded a free kick to Spurs.
Let's go!
Well. Darlow took too long. Dithered on it. Daniel Farker is furious, throwing his arms about. Darlow made the save, but in referee Gillet's opinion, he took too long to clear the ball. Daniel Farker is letting the fourth official know exactly what he thinks of that. Well, a corner's been given, in fact. Half cleared, comes out, shot comes in, cleared off the line. Conor Gallagher now with a shot, deflected again.
Come on! Gallagher today is in fire.
For a goal kick. Well, I thought the referee gave a corner because Darlow took too long to clear the ball away. And from that corner, the shot came in from Porro, and it was cleared from near the line by Strike. That's as close as Spurs have come. Gallagher's follow-up shot hit a Spurs player and went out for a goal kick. Another one of the Leeds backroom staff has gone to have a word with the fourth official, who seems to be finding it all quite amusing, but Leeds were not amused, I can assure you. They'd have been furious if that ended up in a goal. But I guess if you have a rule about goalkeepers taking too long, it needs to be enforced, and it probably hasn't been enforced as often as it should have been this year. So fair enough for Jared Gillett to do that. All is back with Carl Darlow. He's given it to Viol on this near side, the Leeds right. He advances towards halfway, plays it to Rodon. Viol once again, he's played the ball down the line. Dan James let it run past him. That allowed Van der Ven to get a foot in.
Van der Ven.
There's a poor clearance from him. Drops to Ampadu. Tanaka now turns a circle. Gives it back to Ampadu. All the Spurs players back behind the ball. All 11 behind the ball. Tanaka to Rodon. Rodon to this near side and James. Rodon once more. Hoisted forward now by Leeds. Destiny Doggy's header. Not a great header. Stack can't latch onto it though. And now Paulina's been fouled. Let's say free kick to Spurs. Still 0-0 on a tense night at the London
36
Stadium.
minutes in, still 0-0.
Audio commentary service. Thank you for your company this Monday evening here in the UK. This really is a huge night. West Ham fans, no doubt, will be tuning in. Spurs have won the ball. Played it to this left-hand side. Matisse Tell gives it to Conor Gallagher. Former Chelsea man finds Tell once more. Tell faced by Rodon. Goes back to Benton Kerr. Gallagher once more. Benton Kerr's gone on into the penalty area. Tell thought about running down the line to take on his man, but played it back to Gallagher instead. Leeds keeping a defensive shape. Gallagher 10 yards outside the box, lofts it forward. It's dropped for you, Doggy. Off the Leeds head. Back to Matisse Tell. He's drifted the ball across. Leeds got the head there first. They haven't cleared it though. And Spurs got a shot in, but it's over the bar. Almeida forced his way onto the ball amongst a crowd of bodies. But Leeds didn't deal with that particularly well.
What's happening, man?
But I think in Paulina's defence, the ball wouldn't quite sit down for the former Fulham man.
Tottenham will be punished for this, man.
And lofted it over the top. There was pressure from James Justin, and the pressure was enough. De Zerbi sinks to his knees, as if to say, is it going to be one of those nights? It's a bit early for that, Roberto. Not quite about that. Well, Spurs have had the last 8 shots in the game, and they've won themselves a corner off Pascal Struijk. Well, they thought they'd won themselves a corner. The officials have given a goal kick, which I'm a little surprised about. Struijk looks as though he's got a bit of a problem. He's limping after that challenge. Seems to have a problem around maybe the right hip. He's certainly limping away from the situation. Trying to jog, but I'm not sure he's in great shape. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. With Bogle already out, would be not good news at all from a Leeds perspective. Justin loses out to Polo Muani. Pedro Porro now. Well, he played a square pass, played it behind you, Doggy. Has to retreat to pick the ball up. Doggy once more. Back to Van der Ven. Van der Ven advances a few yards. Sends it to his right. Kevin Danso, almost on the halfway line. Plays it over halfway. Gallagher with the ball up the line. Porro gave chase. And Leeds concede the corner. Well, the flow of the game has gone back towards Spurs. There's no doubt about that. They are calling the tune here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but they're not in front. Leeds have conceded 52 goals this season, but only 16 in the first half. And perhaps that's why the score is goalless. Well, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I can put the mockers on their defence from the perspective of Leeds fans listening in. It's a corner from the right. Right-footed outswinger. It's to be. In comes the delivery. Into the centre of the box. Header comes in. It's wide. I think dead. So was the man who put his head on it.
Oof.
Maybe it was Benton Kerr. Let's have a look. Yeah, it was Benton Kerr. Managed to find a little bit of space, but he didn't direct the header particularly well.
Off target.
Was charging in, trying to get a final touch, but didn't get the.
It's off target.
But Tottenham Hotspur are making some running in this contest. Since Pedro Porro's shot that was cleared by Struijk from near the line, they've been calling the tune. Earlier, of course, Rodon's header really well kept out by Kinski. But we've got to within 6 minutes of half-time, and we're goalless. Darlow with the goal kick, headed on by Anton Stack, who's gone down in a heap. In the meantime, Aronson breaks into the penalty area. He's surrounded by Spurs shirts, and he eventually loses the ball. Rodon wins it back. Tanaka tries to get the shot in, but I think he was falling away from the ball as he attempted to do so. And he's knocked the ball well wide. Again, it was a poor ball out of defence by Udogi, but Tanaka could never really keep up with the pace of the ball there, and he didn't wrap his foot round it, as a result of which went well wide. Millwall 0-0 in the Championship playoff second leg, so that's still goalless on aggregate between those two sides. Playoff final at Wembley for the winners, of course. Here is Strike holding off his man. Leeds United have the ball on the far side. It's played back to Strike once more. He needs to be careful here. He's giving it back to Darlow, who was under pressure from Richarlison. And Darlow's clearance wasn't great. Leeds won it back though, and now might be able to break forward. Aronson's taken out by Danso. That'll be the first booking of the night. That was pretty cynical by Danso. I think he knew that Aronson was going to skip beyond him.
Danso.
And he just left his foot in. Took the American out. Pretty blatant. And a clear yellow card. So the Austrian is in the book. That's his 8th caution of the season. And it's a free kick to Leeds. Just over halfway. Midway between the centre circle and the left-hand touchline. One of the two Leeds players having a word with referee Gillet. It'll be Anton Stack to take the free kick. Crosses his arms. Drills the ball towards the right-hand side of the penalty area. The Spurs player's gone down and the referee's decided that was too much argy-bargy and he's given Spurs a free kick, so that's a waste from a Leeds perspective. Calvert-Lewin appears to have been the culprit. And so Spurs now come forward once more. Matisse Tell on this left-hand side. Plays the ball back to Paulina. Square for dance, so this ball in the centre circle. Now, Mickey van der Ven, Benton Kerr, Tell once more. Tell looking to run at James. Instead lays it back to Benton Kerr. Tell's been left in a heat by a late challenge and the referee has signalled for a free kick. Free kick to the left of the area. Tell down holding his shin. Stack in fact just stood on his foot after the ball had gone. Don't think there's any malice in that at all. But it's a sore one for Matisse Tell, who's walking somewhat awkwardly, one might say. The rooster is the Spurs emblem, and he's walking a bit like a rooster at the moment, I have to say. Anyway, it's a free kick. It's about 6 or 7 yards to the left of the penalty area, probably 10 yards from the byline. It'll be swung in by Pedro Porro. Plenty of Spurs players in there. Decent position this. Just a one-man wall. Here is Porro drilling it towards the far post. He got too much on it.
Another off target.
Richarlison gave Porro something of a look, as if to say, how the heck were we supposed to get anything on that? It was a bit of a waste, in all truth, because it was never threatening to go in the far post, and none of the players forward had an earthly of getting anything on it. Glenn Hoddle watching on, player who graced Tottenham Hotspur with such style back in the 1980s. Tottenham Hotspur in England, of course. Ampadu wins the ball for strike. Here is Viol. Viol inside for Ampadu. Ampadu's under pressure from Benton Kerr. Goes back to Darlow, who clears right-footed, somewhat hurriedly over the halfway line. Udogi wins the header. Stack puts in a good challenge, but Leeds momentarily lost the ball again. They've won it back now with Viol. Strike to James Justin. Justin up the left-hand touchline. That's good play by Leeds. Aronson's onto the ball, plays it in for Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin goes down under challenge, wants a penalty.
What?
Well, the has said that Calvert-Lewin was offside.
Offside.
Well, that's a
Wow.
flag that will be a blessing for Tottenham because, and he is a fraction offside. Well, it's tight, you know. It's very tight, that offside call. Very, very tight. And I tell you what, Udogie doesn't get any of the ball. So if Calvert-Lewin's toe isn't an inch offside, for me, that's a penalty. So something, well, Calvert-Lewin is saying, why on earth is that not a penalty? And VAR are looking at it. Well, they're going to have to draw the lines in here for an offside because
It's so close.
if Calvert-Lewin is not offside, that's a penalty. Every day of the week and twice on a Sunday. It is desperately tight, this. It's the right foot of Udogie and the right foot of Calvert-Lewin that are in question here, maybe even the knee of Calvert-Lewin. There'll be literally millimetres in this, and this is a massive call. This is a huge call. Because if he's not offside, that's a penalty. Well, the offside has stood. So Spurs are saved by millimetres. Absolute millimetres that will be. Goodness me. Yeah, he's offside by about, well, maybe a few more than millimetres, maybe 4 inches.
Lucky pass.
Between offside and defensive free kick and a stonewall penalty, which also might have led to a red card, of course, because Danso was the last man. Spurs fans can breathe again. We're well into 2 minutes of time added on. There'll be a little bit more than that now because of the VAR check. Well, that turned out to be not quite as controversial as the one yesterday. And it took about half the time. Maybe even less than half the time. Throw in for Leeds. Ball contested on the halfway line. Mickey van der Ven will run it clear for Spurs. This could be the last attack of the half. Tackle comes in. It's going to be a free kick for Spurs. Referee says...
Free kick for Spurs.
The Spurs to get men forward in this first half. Here is Matisse Tell. Tell to run at James. Can he get a ball across? It's a poor one. Darlow grabs hold of it and holds on. When he clears, I think the half-time whistle will blow.
Half-time.
Darlow does clear long. Still we play on. Ball runs beyond Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Stack tries to win the ball back. Porro is strong enough.
Porro.
Ball played to Richarlison on the halfway line. Still we play on. We played almost 4 minutes of time added on. Real will deal with this one though, I think. Just play it off for a throw, and that is the half-time whistle. But it's goalless at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Certainly hasn't been tedious though. An early header by Rodon, really well kept out by Anton Kinski. At the other end, a Porro shot was cleared from near the line by Strike. And then we have the drama late in the half of Calvert-Lewin being brought down in the box by Destiny Udogie. But the Leeds man was adjudged to be a fraction offside, saving Spurs from a penalty and a possible red. The tension is high. The football may not be of great quality, but there's plenty of drama. Tottenham
Dramatic first half.
Join us for the second half shortly.
Dramatic first half. Let's wait for the second half, guys. This one was a dramatic one, man. Tottenham, they've tried, but it's not enough, man. Their effort is not enough. Let's wait for the second half, man. 10 minutes from now. Nearly, yeah, let's say 10 minutes. Let's give it 10 minutes from now. Yeah. Big up, big up to everyone who is live right now. Big up to Aria Lager Free for being the first guest to join in the chat, man. You're most welcome, man. Big up to you for being the first one in the chat. Big up to everyone who tuned in, who is also watching right now, man. Big up to my boy A to the B. Avatar. Yes. I guess those are the one that are in the chat, man. And everyone who was voted. You can see in the live chat there's a poll there. 7 people have voted right now. The question for the poll is: can Tottenham Hotspur destroy Leeds? That is the question. Yes, right now it's leading with a percentage of 71%. Not even close, man. No, it's a bit far back, man, with 29%. It means Tottenham fans are in the building, man. All the Tottenham Hotspur supporters. Even me, I'm an Arsenal die-hard fan, but today I'm all in supporting Tottenham. So you can see, lucky Tottenham. Today I'm their fan, but they are not scoring, man. What a waste of support, man. Can't support you guys and you are letting me down like this. But let's hope for the second half. But you Tottenham have played the best. Whew. Why am I yawning, man? And I'm full of energy. Come on. Come on. Come on. So my dogs, like I was saying, Tottenham is playing a good game, although they have been making some few mistakes that could have caused a big problem for them. Back passes, they are always dangerous, man. I hope the second half I will not see such a embarrassment, man. Back passes are dangerous, man. Those mistakes can lead to a very disappointing punishment. If you give Leeds a chance, Calvert-Lewin, Calvert-Lewin, man, is one of the best in the EPL. If you give him the chance, oh God, oh my, holy moly, he's gonna score, man. So let's wait for the second half and see if Tottenham are gonna come back from the 0-0 and win that match. Because if they want to escape relegation, they really need to win, even if it's a 1-0. Tottenham, they have to win. Like I said, even if it's a 1-0, they need to win this match. But if they lose, they are in danger, man. They were so close, man. Today, Gallagher, in the previous match, Gallagher was he did a splendid job, man. Even scored a beautiful goal. They were facing, I think, Aston Villa, if I'm not wrong. Gallagher scored the best goal. Even today, he has been making, my goodness, best shots ever, but not lucky. Not lucky yet. Let's wait for the second half. Hopefully, they're gonna be lucky and secure 3 points. But for now, it's half time. Less than 5 minutes to go, because it takes 10 minutes. 5 minutes, 5 minutes are over. Remaining with the five. In the meantime, make sure to vote if you haven't. Vote in the live chat. Subscribe. Sub up. Chat. This is serious, man. Subscribe. Alright? Subscribe. You can also be a member in this channel for as low as 69 cents in dollars. That is $0.69. Yeah. Get to enjoy membership perks in this channel. Yeah, in the meantime, re-energize, drink some water, grab some popcorns. The second half is gonna be starting in less than 4 minutes. Yeah, I'm waiting for it. I'm on. I'll rest after this match, but for now, I'm locked in, man. Lock in. Yeah. Re-energize, drink some water. Yeah, but don't log off. Don't log off from this channel, man. We're gonna be enjoying this match until the end. After the match is over, we're gonna be doing a little catch up post reaction, for this match for a few minutes. Then I get to end the live stream. So you don't need to, panic. I got you. I'm your host. Don't panic. Chill with me till the end. I got you. All right. The player to watch in the second half, Richarlison is still the best striker for Tottenham, alongside Gallagher. Gallagher is also a player to watch in the second half because he has been doing the best. Alongside also, we have Tell. Tell is also doing the best. The best, the best, best, the best. Bentaco, maybe for the corners. Yeah, Bentaco is good for the corners. I need them to, make, shot on targets when it comes to making the headers. Can I say? Taking the headers during the corner kicks. Yeah, they need to be accurate when they are making their headers. Apart from that, Tottenham should work on their defense, man. They have been sloppy for a minute, and I must say they have been lucky, man. They are a bit lucky because there were two instances, two sloppy mistakes they made. It could have costed them a lot. But they are lucky. Arsenal yesterday pushed them, defeated their opponent, their competitors, West Ham. So today they have, they should win this match for them to be 100% now sure that they are out of the relegation. They need to win. They need to secure 3 points. And from the looks of things, they are looking for that win because they've made more shots in the first half. More shots, and that is such a beautiful thing to see happening in this team called Tottenham Hotspurs. This season they have been, in a very pathetic form. But since this new coach, his name is Dezebi. Dezebi is a real man. Yes, he has made Tottenham, pull up their socks. They believe in themselves. They are playing a better game today. Today they are playing a better game. They've been playing the better game for their past two matches. Because if you see on your screens, in the previous, I'm talking about Tottenham Hotspurs, in the previous 5 matches, They've won 2 matches back to back. That means this new coach, Dizebi, is doing the best. 1 draw, 2 wins. They've not lost. So it means Dizebi is doing the best at the moment. Dizebi is doing the best. Also, they have a morale. They have a big morale at the moment. I don't know what Dizebi injected the players, but they are in a very, very good form at the moment. They defeated Aston Villa 3 goals to nil, if I'm not wrong, because I remember that. Did I live stream that much? I don't think so. Maybe I don't know. Man, I've done a lot of live streams, man. But I remember that game I watched it. So if I watch that game, it means I did a live stream. I watch a long live stream for it. You can check it in this channel. Yeah, they defeated Aston Villa in a very beautiful way. Big shot from Gallagher. Like I said, Gallagher is a player to watch in the second half. He's making good shots. Also, the goalkeeper for Leeds is doing the best job. Dalo. He goes by the name Dalo. The goalkeeper. That goalkeeper is doing the best, man. He has made big saves. Big saves in the first half. So that means the Tottenham should pull up their socks for them to win. I think any minute from now, the second half is gonna start. Any minute from now, the second half is gonna start. Like I said, I hope you have re-energized. You are back to enjoy. I hope so. I don't know. Whoever is watching right now, get to the chat, man. Let me know. Who do you think will score first? Get to the chat and let me know. If you are watching right now, if you are active like your boy here, your host, Pancake FLB, get to the live chat. Let me know. Which team do you think will score first and who will score? For me, I'm expecting Tottenham to score, and I'm expecting either Richarlison or Gallagher to score. That's my view, my prediction. What about you? It's gonna be a chaotic second half, man. If Leeds get a chance to score and score, it's gonna be crazy, man, for Tottenham to recover. If Leeds gets a chance to score and they proceed to score, it's gonna be a rough journey for Tottenham to secure 3 points. And I don't know why the second half is delaying, man. It's 10 minutes, 10 minutes are over. Can't wait to see players coming out of the tunnel for the second half. The second half is it's already in, man. The second half is in. Let's go.
searching for a third successive win for the first time since February 2025 in Premier League terms. It's shocking that it would be that long. We've got an early injury in this second period inside the first half a minute. It's Jaka Biol that's gone down. Richarlison threw an arm back actually. Hit Biol in the face. Throw the arm back. I don't think there's anything deliberate in it, but maybe VAR will look at it. Certainly caught Biol in the face. He's down receiving treatment. There's no indication that the referee is about to take any sanction against Richarlison or any indication that VAR are even looking at it. Richarlison doesn't look...
Richarlison is a player to watch, like I said, man. Richarlison is a player to watch. Make sure to vote. The second half is on, and here we go with the live commentary, man. From my side, man. I hope you enjoy till the end. All right.
It may well have been a swinging arm, but it certainly wasn't an elbow. I think players are tending to get in the habit of suggesting that something's an elbow, even when it isn't. But I was saying when the half kicked off that Spurs are going for 3 Premier League wins in a row for the first time since February 2025. No home win for 5 months, don't forget. And they lost at home to both Crystal Palace and Nottingham Forest in that time. We're back underway. And the ball is out on this near side. It'll be a throw to Leeds. It's just inside the Leeds half. Then they're kicking from right to left, of course. Thrown in by Justin up the line towards Calvert-Lewin. He got something on it, but it broke initially into Spurs possession. And they can now try and break down this right-hand side. Kolo Muani was attempting to reach it. He's judged to have tripped his man in getting to the ball, and that'll be a free kick to Leeds United. Leeds started this game brightly. They had Joe Rodon's header brilliantly kept out by Anton Kinski, but Spurs have made the running since. Richarlison, Tell, both had chances. Porro had a ball cleared from near the line by Pascal Struijk. Carl Darlow with the free kick. Darlow's looked a little susceptible under the high ball.
I'm back, bro.
A couple of times.
Welcome, man. Welcome, my boy.
Brendan Aronson on this.
The second half is here, man.
Left, back to the halfway line and Struijk to Aronson once more. Aronson, it's a slightly dangerous ball back towards his own goal, but it's hoisted forward by Rodon, played inside by Tanaka. Here is Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin's pass has gone astray though. Spurs will break forward with Porro. Porro surges over the halfway line. He's played a lovely ball up the right-hand side. Kolo Muani is to it first. Struijk is with him. Steps inside Struijk. Stack came across to concede the corner. Stack was on the retreat. And the German put the ball out halfway.
No worries, bro.
Porro. Kolo Muani, loan from PSG, of course.
Corner for Tottenham. Let's go.
Forced Stack to give away the corner. The 7th corner of the night for Spurs. This one coming from the right-hand side. Pedro Porro. The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium holds its collective breath.
Let's
we approach
go.
50 minutes. In comes the corner, swung in, headed away, only out to the edge of the area. Shot comes in. What a goal!
Goal!
What a screamer that is! It's Maddison!
Matthias!
Shouts off in the crowd, way go up ahead. Is that the goal that will bring Tottenham to the place of sanctuary? Matthias from the left-hand edge of the box. An absolute screamer. Into the far corner.
Matthias
And
Tell.
Tottenham had the lead. The header dropped to the edge of the area. Tell controlled it on the right foot. And then bent it into the far corner. I say it was a screamer. He more caressed it, in fact. Into that top corner. But it was almost like a postage stamp delivery. Darlow actually does get fingertips to it, but he can't stop it. A cheer of delight on the touchline for Roberto De Zerbi.
Roberto De Zerbi.
From Tell. An exultation breaks out amongst the masses, and here comes Spurs again with Richarlison. Goes down under the challenge of Rodon. Referee sees nothing untoward. Ampadu scoops the ball away. Well, Leeds United don't have anything to play for because they're safe. And now it's going to be all the harder for them to come back. But Spurs will carry the nerves. But Matthias Tell, that is a wonderful, wonderful goal.
A screamer.
An absolute beauty. If that's what carries them to safety, that goal will be talked about for a very, very long time. Here is Kevin Danso as we catch our breath once more. Danso square for Van der Ven. Now Benton Kerr on the halfway line. Spurs need to get a second goal. Well, they've kept 13 clean sheets in the last 16 games that they've won of Spurs. If they maintain that record, they'll win again here. Ball is out on this near side. It's a throw to Leeds. Roberto De Zerbi right on the edge of his technical area once again. He was warned a couple of times in the first half for encroaching out of it. You know what? I don't think he's going to give two hoots. Pascal Struijk has gone down again. He had a problem. He had a problem either late in the first half or early in the second, where he seemed to be favouring a hip. And he's gone down again. So that might be the end of his particular. Because not only are they unbeaten in 6, but they're unbeaten in 6 on the road as well. They won only one of those and drew the other 5, but it is a proud record on their travels. But the crowd erupted when their goal went in, as inevitably they were going to. It's a tense night. The fans have been holding their breath, and it's almost like a huge exhale sailed round the stadium in a wave as that ball went in. Well, Struijk's definitely got a problem. He's going to have to come off, and it's going to be Bornell that's going to come on in his stead. Sebastian Bornell is going to take to the field. Struijk is done for the night, and who knows, maybe for the season. The 27-year-old Belgian Bornell coming on in his wake. Summer arrival with a 4-year deal from Wolfsburg. Archie Gray having a little warm up down the touchline. Leeds boy by heritage, of course, but would be playing against his old side tonight. Struijk admits defeat and comes off the field. It's a hug from Daniel Farke. Well, now is on in his stead. Again, De Zerbi's out of his technical area. Just can't He's like a little boy that can't sit still. Tonight is Roberto De Zerbi. Leeds force another
Zabi.
throw in further up the touchline. Paulina has now gone down for Spurs. He's back on his feet, but hobbling. Maybe he got stood on in an aerial challenge with Calvert-Lewin. There was no malicious intent in it, but there was contact. Paulina goes back to take up his defensive position. Spurs know if they can keep the back door closed, 3 valuable points beckon. Long throw comes in, headed out to the edge of the area. Picked up by Tanaka. Tanaka hoists the ball back in. Too long for everybody. Gathered in by Kinski. I suspect that Viol would have been offside even if he managed to get a foot on it, which he didn't. Ball is bowled out to Destiny Udogie. Udogie to Van der Ven. Here is Danso, booked in the first half, so he needs to be careful through this second period. Just walking the ball forward a few strides. Benton Kerr gets a touch. Now Paulina on this near side, the right, hoists it forward. Headed away by Leeds. Stack helps it on, but only to Udogie. Ampadu misses his header. Lofted forward to the right-hand side. Kolo Muani's beyond the defenders, pulls it back. Richarlison has knocked it over the bar. Well, that was a difficult ball to control for Richarlison. Kolo Muani did very well on the right-hand side. Tricked his way past Bornell, who's only just come on. But he rather fizzed the ball across. And Richarlison didn't get it right. Shanked it off the shin. The chance was there for 2-0. Zerbi pulled the hood of his jacket over his head in response to that. Richarlison will know that that was a big chance. Zerbi bellowing instructions onto the field. 58 minutes played. Spurs 1, Leeds 0. Spurs will be 4 points ahead of West Ham with a superior goal difference and only 2 games left to play if they can hold this lead. You feel it might not be checkmate, but it wouldn't be far off. Here's Udogie drilling another ball across the box. Tanaka just about gets a tackle in. And now hoists the ball away, but Leeds are under the pump. Tottenham in control. Haven't won here since mid-December. Only won twice here all season. Nobody has a worse home record. This would be the night to put it right. As Roberto De Zerbi arrived in North London just about in time to very much be the Messiah-type figure. It's 49 years since Tottenham were last relegated. Leeds with the ball into the box, headed away by Spurs. Udogie gets it to Van der Ven, who tricks his way past 2. His pass out's not a good one, though. Leeds won it back briefly. Conor Gallagher will clear from near the corner flag. Richarlison backing into his man. Challenge comes in. Still we play on. Referee can give a foul either way. Richarlison's now galloping down the left, trying to keep a ball in play, but he can't do so. Throw to Leeds. This game's going to get more and more and more frantic, you sense, the closer we get to the end. Tanaka, the man from Japan. Here is Ampadu, standing on the ball in the centre circle, just giving himself a moment to think. Well, now, back to Biol. Chips the ball out to this near side. Plenty of room for James Justin. Justin plays the ball inside to Ampadu. Forward to Tanaka. Tanaka finds Rodon to the right of the centre circle in the Spurs half. Every Spurs player behind the ball once again. Or now on the halfway line. Sends it right-footed and square. Rodon once more. Ampadu. Here is Anton Stack. Not really managed to get into the game, the German, tonight so far. They get a dead ball situation, you wait and see. Might be able to do something special. Here's Aronson. Quick feet on the touchline. Ampadu plays the ball into James. Little 1-2. James tried a shot, well off target. That was better from Leeds, though. Good snappy passing.
Leeds, they want to
Nicely teed up
equalize.
by Dominic Calvert-Lewin. James didn't get the shot right. Didn't bother Kinski. But more of that needed by Leeds if they're going to get back in this contest. Going to see another Leeds substitution. It's Lucas Nemicha, who's getting ready to come on. Played a huge part of late. Here's Dominic Calvert-Lewin down by the byline, left of the penalty area, forced out of the area by Danso. Can't get the cross in. Calvert-Lewin comes back to him again. Plays it back to Bornell, but Leeds have been forced into retreat by Spurs pressure. And Viol has to go all the way back to his goalkeeper, Darlow. Good pressure from Spurs. Got to be good without the ball as well as with it when you're in the trenches, as Tottenham are this evening. Darlow turns it to his right. Now here's Ampadu, just forward of the D of his own penalty area. Aronson came deep to get a touch. Aronson preparing for a home World Cup, of course, with the USA. World Cup in USA, Mexico and Canada. You can hear plenty of that here on the Flash Score Live audio commentary service over the summer. Well, Aronson's night is done, in fact, because he is going to give way to allow Lucas Nemicha to come on, and we're also going to see Wilfred Gnonto coming into the action instead of Dan James, who missed that chance a few minutes ago. So changes in forward areas for Leeds as they look to find a way back into the contest. 63 minutes have been played. So Daniel Farke not waiting forever and ever before making his swaps. Leeds United win a free kick just over the halfway line. They meant to take it quickly, but referee Ilay said it wasn't taken from anywhere near the right place, and the Australian official was correct. So Anton Stack will get onto this set piece. Then two Leeds players jog forward to get themselves a position towards the edge of the penalty area. Rodon had that headed chance in the first half, of course, that very nearly crept in. It's played towards Rodon again, but headed away by Spurs. Tanaka returns it to Stack. Stack back to his goalkeeper. Darlow sends it left. James Justin. Ao Tanaka. Justin back to Darlow once more. Richarlison goes to close him down. Spurs pressing high up the pitch. Gnonto's first touch is a poor one. Ampadu just about bails him out of that. But Ampadu's now running across his own box. Manages to find Tanaka. Tanaka's ball is poor again, and Porro is onto it. Porro was anticipating that was going to be under hit. Managed to get onto it. He couldn't go forward, so went back to Kinski. Spurs know they need to manage this game. They'd love a second goal because it would give them that breathing space to make the rest of the game that much easier. Kolo Muani keeping the ball away from Justin, but then losing possession. That's a clattering tackle on the Nemicha by Paulina. Absolutely clattering tackle. I wonder if that's going to produce a yellow card for the Tottenham man. Oh, he's gone in. I don't like that tackle at all. wasn't clever. It's a yellow card for Paulina. I reckon that was in the category of orange, that one. He came forward with both feet and landed on Nemecha's foot. It's only going to be a yellow. VAR didn't see the necessity to get any further involved. It's a couple of Spurs players on a yellow card now. 24 minutes left for play. Can Leeds United find any forward thrust? Kinski clears the ball away over the halfway line. Chested down by Leeds. Here's Bornell. He'll go all the way back to Carl Darlow. Darlow out wide. Oh, poor ball forward again by Leeds United. Some of their passing tonight has been a little slack. Paulina has it, just short of halfway. Takes his time. Uses Benton Kerr. Here's Richarlison holding the ball up. Gallagher got a touch. Stack got a tackle in. Ball ricochets to Bornell. And Purdue gets his foot in now as well. Now Leeds come forward with Nemecha. Past Porro. Tries to blunderbuss his way through two more challenges. Couldn't do so. Tanaka's won the ball back for Leeds though. Just into Ampadu. Ampadu to Stack. Ampadu now to Rodon. Here's Nonto. Rodon again on that far side. The diminutive Italian Nonto puts his head down. Plays the ball out wide onto the right-hand side. Anton Stack was there. Come back to the centre circle though, or just forward of the centre circle, and Biol. Spurs again, 11 men behind the ball. Joe Rodon sorting his feet out, giving it back to Biol. Well, now's gone square of him, but Biol wants to go forward. Didn't go forward for long though. Ampadu played it back to him. Leeds probing for an opening, but Spurs holding their shape. Here's Ampadu. Now Nonto on the right-hand side. Tries to swing a ball in. Benton Kerr is in the way. His block draws cheers from the crowd. We're past the three-quarter mark here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs 1, Leeds 0. Gap between Leeds and West Ham is 4 points. And with the goal difference, you can pretty much call it 5. Spurs would be pretty much a point from safety, I think. Were they to, well, if they get 1 more point, West Ham would have to win twice. Ampadu with the throw-in, headed away by Richarlison. Shot from the edge from Stack. Takes a deflection. Oh, there's a high boot there from Spurs. Leeds wanted a penalty because one of their players has gone down injured as a result of that. Spurs have broken away. Tanaka tries to get back on the cover. Puts the slide tackle in. Kolo Muani still manages to hold on to the ball though. Lays it back to Porro. Leeds still complaining that they should have had a penalty. There's a man down in the box. Let's have a look at this incident again.
Penalty. Oh my
Tel's foot is
goodness.
incredibly high. Let's have a look. He's watching the ball, in fairness to him, the whole time, but he doesn't play the ball, he plays the man. Ampadu gets the header in, and Tel plays him after the ball has gone. For me, that's a penalty, I'm afraid. Ampadu gets the touch on the ball. Tel's foot is high, and it studs up into the face of Ethan Ampadu. I will be amazed if this is not a penalty. Craig Pawson is the man in the spotlight now. He's in charge of VAR tonight. Ampadu heads the ball. The foot, or the high boot of Tel collects Ampadu in the head. That's a foul after the ball has been played. Anywhere else on the pitch, that's a free kick. So I'm sorry, Spurs fans, for me, that's a penalty. I don't see any reason why a penalty should not be awarded here. I really don't. Well, the referee has been been sent to the monitor.
My
So
goodness.
Jared Gilley is going to go across and get involved in this. You cannot imagine that anything other than a penalty for Leeds is going to result here. The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium holds its breath. But I reckon this is a penalty every day of the week.
Penalty.
There's
It's gonna be a
no reason
penalty.
not to give a penalty here. Ampadu wins the ball. Tell plays Ampadu. Ampadu's in the box. That's a penalty.
Penalty.
I'm not saying that
Oh
Tell
my
deliberately meant to make
goodness.
contact with him. He was looking at the ball.
It's a
But
penalty.
when you try and do an overhead kick
Oh
in the
my
box, you
goodness.
take your life in your hands. And for me,
It's
this
a
has to be a
penalty.
penalty. I don't even understand why they're looking at it for this long. I really don't understand why they're looking at it for this long. Why do you
Penalty
need to
awarded.
look at a still or a sequence leading to a still that shows a boot in the face of a player and not give a penalty?
Oh my
This
goodness.
should be a penalty every time.
Leeds are awarded a penalty.
Referee Gilley is about to announce his decision to the stadium, and I think Spurs fans will fear the worst. It is going to be a penalty. A penalty is given. Well. Matisse Tell, who scored a screamer, has now given away a penalty at the other end.
My goodness.
Roberto De Zerbi, his shoulders sink. Tell throws his head to the heavens. And I think we're about to see Dominic Calvert-Lewin against Ankon Kinski. Well. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has the ball in his hand. The Netschke's been protecting the penalty spot, which Mickey van der Ven was quite interested in. Richarlison's just been to have a word with Kinski. He will know Calvert-Lewin from his Everton days, of course. Calvert-Lewin, 8 penalties out of his last 10 scored. Big moment for Anton Kinski as well. Can he make himself a hero? Or will it be a 13th of the season for Dominic Calvert-Lewin in the Premier League? Up he comes and he scores.
My
An emphatic
goodness.
penalty from
1-1.
Calvert-Lewin, who puts his finger to his lips as if to say to the Spurs fans, you can't celebrate yet. Leeds are level.
1-1.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin from the spot. His 13th of the season in the Premier League. And there was nothing unlucky about that.
Bomba class.
So it's as you were. We're back to all square.
My boy HBB, you're saying big up to the host, man.
That was a
Big up, man. Big up.
Calvert-Lewin. Right-footed, right
It's now
into the
1-1.
side netting of the goal. Good luck stopping those. There was never a question that that's a penalty kick. I don't know why it took them so long. I
16
really
minutes
don't.
to go.
You could look at that for 10 seconds and give a penalty, and it probably took 3 minutes. All you can say is the right decision was reached. Well, De Zerbi has thrown his head towards the heavens
Deserve it.
as if to evoke some divine intervention. Well, when you haven't won at home for 5 months, them's is the kind of things that happens, I guess. Here's Wilfried Gnonto now out on the right-hand side for Leeds. He's got Rodon galloping ahead of him. Rodon will pull the ball back across the box. Will it sit for a Leeds player? Well, the bench got involved, but couldn't get any power in his effort. It was deflected through to Kinski.
IBFLB gives
And it
you
remains
wings.
1-1. Well, we've got 15 minutes of normal time, plus whatever will be added on, and there'll be.
That's the funniest joke I've ever had, man. Your host, Punky BFLB, gives you wings, man. It's 1-1, 15 minutes to go.
20 nerve-shredding minutes stretch out ahead of us. at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham have the ball. Conor Gallagher, just short of the halfway line. Will we see James Maddison? He was on the bench for the game at Villa, didn't come on. Will he come on tonight? Will he produce a cameo? Will he need to? Tell chases the ball out towards the dead ball line, but he can't keep it in. Well, he's been central to almost everything tonight, Matisse Tell. A wayward ball across the box early on, which nearly led to a Leeds goal. A lovely skip through the defence in the first half, ending in a block shot. A beautiful goal in the second half. And now he's gone from hero to villain by giving away a penalty. A Spurs fan with his head in his hands. What more does this game have to offer? Well, I think Gillet got in the way of Tanaka there. It's not going to matter because Bernal can tidy up. Darlow's clearance isn't a great one. Stack is out-jumped by Bentancur. And Tanaka is now fouled. Complains to the referee as he gets up. We know why he's complaining. The referee's given him a free kick. Well, the faces in the crowd that were in glorious song a few minutes ago have now fallen silent. Tension etched all over them.
Tension amongst the Tottenham Hotspur fans.
Ball played forward.
Crazy.
Calvert-Lewin couldn't get onto that one. Richarlison I thought Richarlison was fouled. Leeds took the ball forward, but it's going to run over the dead ball line for a goal kick. Pat Jennings in attendance. The great Pat Jennings. Wonderful goalkeeper of yesteryear. Spurs legend. Ball headed on by Richarlison. Kolo Muani trying to get the wrong side of Bornell. Ball breaks for Conor Gallagher. Gallagher sweeps the ball into the box, but gets too much on it. Goes over the head of Carl Darlow, out for a goal kick. 12 minutes plus stoppage time. Roberto De Zerbi shouting instructions onto the field. Just to recap the situation, Spurs will be 2 points ahead of West Ham and a superior goal difference with 2 games left if it stays like this. Spurs go to Chelsea next, West Ham go to St James's Park. Here's Nonto for Leeds United. Cross to Justin. Justin has a shot blocked on the edge of the box. Ampadu gets onto the ball. Leeds all of a sudden have a little bit of a spring in their step. Stack can't find Nonto though, and that's a foul on Tell. That was Anton Stack with it was Rodon with the shirt pull. So he's in the book.
Yellow card shown to Rodon.
He's already wearing one shirt. He wanted Tells as well. Couldn't have it. Spurs have taken the free kick. Here is Danso just outside his box. Giving it back to Kinski. The clock inexorably ticks on. Spurs will feel that it isn't their friend. Anton Stack got in ahead of Conor Gallagher, who's judged to have fouled him. Out on that far touchline. Free kick to Leeds. Stack will take just a few yards in from that far touchline. Probably midway inside the Spurs half. So 3 or 4 yards in from the touchline. Leeds throw plenty of men forward. Stack blowing quite hard. Deliver the free kick, and it comes towards the back stick. Headed out to the edge of the area. James Justin is onto it. Now Ampadu. Tanaka, who was playing last man. Here's Nonto. Nonto gets round his man. Runs towards the penalty area. He slid it through. Nemecha gets the shot in. Across came Van der Ven. Slapped the door closed. Gave away the corner. That was really good football.
Leeds. Flag's
gone up in any
They want to
case.
score, man.
Didn't know that. The lecturer got a fraction too early, but it was a great challenge by Van der Ven. But a hug from Kinski. It'll be a free kick to Spurs, who are about to bring Lucas Bergvall into the fray for Rodrigo Bentancur. So the Swede replaces the Uruguayan
Bergvall
for what is the last 9 minutes plus stoppage time. That elusive Heung-min still eluding Spurs with 9 minutes to play. Kolo Muani glances the header on.
9 minutes.
Richarlison beaten to it by Biol. All out for a throw on this near side to Spurs. Pedro Porro with it. Thrown back to Danso, who's done well to manage his game since being booked in the first half. Danso on the halfway line. Gives the ball wide to Paulina. Inside to Porro. Porro can't get round James Justin. Justin has gone down after the challenge, and I think Porro is going to be booked as a result of that. Ampadu is cross with the challenge. Justin has been left in a heap. Let's have a look at this again. Well, I think Porro gets the first touch on the ball, but then follows through and stands on Justin. Let's have another look. Yeah, Porro gets the first contact, but then stands on Justin's foot. I don't think there's any malicious intent there. Porro too got a knock in the midst of that. It's just going to be the yellow card, and I think that's the correct decision. Spurs readying James Maddison. It's going to be a small cameo, but with James Maddison, you just never know. Very much the same as with Anton Stack. If they get a set piece near the end, and Maddison's on the pitch, hold your breath. All is out by the right-hand corner flag. Porro will take the throw. Loads of substitutes lined up down that line. We've got bibs on, so I suppose that's okay. Just looks rather strange. I think there's subs from both sides, to be fair. Headed on by Justin, away by Danso. Ampadu gets another header in. There's lots of head tennis going on here. Stack for Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin did well, but the eventual shot was awful. Well to wrestle initial control of the ball. The shot was 10 yards wide of the goal. Kinski bashes it forward. Out on this near side, down by the Leeds dugout. Well, 59 minutes since Spurs had a touch in the opposition box. 75 minutes since Leeds had a touch. Well, I don't think that's right, because Ampadu's header was in the Leeds box, was in the Spurs box. Otherwise, when Tell kicked him in the head, it wouldn't have been a penalty. So I don't think that stat is right. Well, you know what they say. There are lies, damned lies, in statistics. And that might be one that's a little awry. Well, we're going to see James Maddison. He's going to come on for Matisse Tell. Jed Spence is going to come on as well. Maybe for Porro, who did himself a bit of a mischief in that.
Matisse Tell out.
Led to him being booked for the foul.
James Maddison in.
But Maddison is on. 5 minutes to go. First time he's been seen since August. Injury-riddled season, which has probably ended any chance he had of going to the World Cup. In fact, it's Destiny Udogie that has come off.
Tottenham
fire it forward, right foot.
are gonna get a point
Over the
here.
halfway line, chested down by Calvert-Lewin. Maddison gets his first touch, but hooks the ball out over the far touchline for a throw to Leeds. 4.5 minutes plus stoppage time.
Oh my
Tottenham won,
goodness.
Leeds won.
4 minutes.
Tottenham will be on 38 points.
Remaining.
West Ham's 36. If it stays like this, will they take the view that 1 point is better than none, or will they go for it and risk defeat? Danso hoists a high ball forward, or now gets his head on it. Looked over his head by Tanaka. Nemecha competes for it with Danso. Spurs win it back. Porro looks to play it forward. Tanaka gets a challenge in. Challenges are flying in here. Right, left and centre. Bergvall gets a nice touch into the path of Van der Ven. Here's Spence for the first time. Former Nottingham Forest man, of course. He's challenged by Anton Stack. Ball out for a throw on the far side. Thrown in by Spence. Back to Van der Ven. Van der Ven for Danso. This
Van der Ven.
stadium will erupt if Spurs steal the points now. I say steal, that's probably unfair. They've probably made most of the running in the game, but you know what I mean. If they win the game late
3
in the piece,
minutes to go.
make it all the more dramatic. There was certainly late drama yesterday at the London Stadium. Ball is out on this near side. It's a throw to Leeds United. 1-1, less than 3 minutes of normal time remain. Tense, very tense. Across London, there'll be no championship playoff for Millwall unless something amazing happens, because they're 2-0 down at home to Hull. Looks like Hull will be going to Wembley. Van der Ven is challenged. Referee says Van der Ven handled it. Van der Ven remonstrates with the referee. He's going to talk himself into trouble if he's not careful. Well, Van der Ven, not only has he fallen on the ball and handled it, but he held Ampadu off the ball anyway, so I don't really know what he's complaining about. He committed the first foul and then fell on the ball. It's a free kick to Leeds. Darlow is coming on his goal to take. He's going to hoist it forward. In Spain, Rayo Vallecano are going to go back into the European places, it would appear. Although Girona have just equalised in stoppage time there. 1-1. Away by Danso. Tanaka heads back towards the Tottenham goal. Viol heads forward. Danso away. Kolo Muani will give chase. Ampadu is across. Ampadu looks to run the ball away, but gives it straight to Paulina. Paulina down to Kolo Muani. Great challenge by Tanaka. Robs Porro. Oh, ball forward. Wasn't dealt with well by Calvert-Lewin. Leeds lose possession. We're entering the final minute of normal time.
Oh my.
It's back with Kinski. Fires it forward left-footed. Headed forward by Nonto. Down the right-hand touchline for Leeds. Back into a more central area. Here's Ampadu. Back to Nonto. He's got Stack outside him. Instead comes further backwards towards Rodon. Tanaka now. Viol strokes the ball forward. Calvert-Lewin takes it on his chest but loses out to Maddison. Maddison plays it square for Jed Spence. Spence points forward but finds Maddison. Can Maddison find a magic ball on the halfway line? Just plays it square for Paulina. Paulina through the centre circle. The 90 minutes is almost up. Porro forward. Here's Kolo Muani going to the byline. Great tackle by Cornell. Corner kick.
Corner.
Well, there are 13 minutes of time added on.
13 minutes added time.
Where did they find that? I know there's been a couple of VAR checks, but 13 minutes is lunacy. ridiculous amount of added on time, really is. Here's
13 minutes of
Corona,
added
swings
time.
it in.
Crazy.
So gets a touch. It's gone out to the left of the area, and Bergvall cross comes in now, punched away by Darlow. Chose not to catch it. He could have done. Morrow back to Conor Gallagher. Gallagher to Spence. To Maddison, rather. Maddison back inside to Conor Gallagher. Here is Spence down that left-hand side into the penalty area already. Maddison is winning. He's played it
Tottenham,
off
let's
for a
go.
corner. Spurs cranking it up as we move into the second minute of stoppage time.
Corner for
I'd
Tottenham.
really love to know where they got 13 minutes from. I really would. That's absolutely ridiculous. It's about twice as much as there should have been. But anyway, I suppose West Ham fans will be that happy about that. Not been their weekend. Here comes the corner for Spurs.
10 corners.
Ricocheting around in there. Played by Calvert-Lewin to the edge of the area. Nonto heads back towards his own goal. Steck gets a header in. Danso wins the ball back for Spurs. Here is Porro.
Porro.
What price a James Maddison winner, everyone? I don't have a crystal ball. It's just a hunch. Here's Conor Gallagher. Gallagher's ball into the penalty area is partly deflected. Poor header away by Beal. Bergvall gets a shot in, goes over the bar. The whistle may have gone anyway for a foul in the build-up. It's going to be a goal kick anyway. Demetrio was the man that went down. Well, for a moment there, Roberto De Zerbi went back to his seat in the dugout. But as I say, like a boy who can't sit still, he's off it again. He really has been like the little boy sitting down at dinner time who takes one spoonful and wants to go up and do something else.
This is crazy, man. 13 minutes of added time.
Tanaka coming off. Sean Longstaff is coming on for his usual late cameo. Former Newcastle man.
10 minutes to go. Don't know why my sound
Boys Club boy. He's produced so many famous footballers in the northeast. Alan Shearer, Peter Beardsley. Try and screen it away from Nonto. Nonto's got him trapped in the corner. Conor Gallagher comes to help, hoists the ball away, does well, finds Porro. Porro through the centre circle. Out wide to Kolo Muani. Tackle comes in. Ampadu gets a touch. Back inside. Here is Longstaff for the first time. Or now, needs to be careful. Two players closing in on Darlow. It's a poor clearance by Darlow. Doesn't go very far. Spurs are back in possession. Darlow's not looked very secure tonight, I have to say. Not his best night. Pedro Porro with the throw, midway inside the Leeds half on this near side, the Spurs left. Paulina, now Maddison. Paulina once more. Maddison is shoved off the ball by Ampadu. Wants a free kick. Ampadu's put the ball out for a throw. But the referee's whistle may have gone for that free kick, you know. He may have given it against the Welsh captain. He has indeed. Well, Roberto De Zerbi's been booked for a rent, and the fourth official is telling him he needs to be quiet because he is trying the patience of the officials, is Roberto De Zerbi. Very, very much so. Goodness knows what he'll do if Spurs score. There was a famous sprint down the touchline once by Jose Mourinho. I think we might see something very similar if Spurs win this game from Roberto De Zerbi. Leeds try and break out. Anton Stack leading the charge. Couldn't play it out wide though. Dived in, missed his tackle. Spurs come again. Here is Maddison.
Go.
Maddison finds Richarlison. Out wide on the left. Back inside to Maddison. Maddison going towards the byline. Can't turn it across. Ampadu's in the way, but it's a corner. Maddison is cheered to the rafters as he goes to fetch the ball. We have still got 7.5 minutes of stoppage time to play. Spurs' 10th corner. Leeds only have one. All the big men are up from the back again. You just have the sense that Spurs are going to find this winner. Headed away by the Metcha for a throw to Spurs. Leeds look like they would settle for a point and just want the whistle. I really don't know where these 13 minutes came from. I have no idea. I'd love to ask someone at the end of this game. There's been a couple of checks and some substitutions, but there's never been 13 minutes in a million years. Spurs won't care about that. They want a winner. Kevin Danso to send another projectile throw. Well, he didn't actually. He threw it short to Spence. He made a fool of me. I'm quite capable of doing that all by myself, I can assure you. Here's Kolo Muani drifting a ball across the box, headed away. Monto will get there first, but only give it to Danso. Now here's Maddison, a lovely little back heel. Spurs striding
6 minutes to go.
area. Can they get the shot off? Conor Gallagher can't get the shot off and he's committed a foul. Well, Monto did well. Held his man up, drew the foul. Free kick to Leeds. Wow, a breathless end. Conor Gallagher frustrated with himself for giving away that foul. Don't be too frustrated, Conor. Keep your head up. There's 5.5 minutes to play. You can't think that's the last chance. There could be plenty of last chances yet. Here is Nemecha. Poor touch from him. Ball still runs to James Justin. Nemecha has it again. Stack plays a ball long Staff plays a ball around the corner, gets it back. Shot hits the other side of the bar. Monto with the ball back across.
Corner for Leeds.
Leeds nearly won it.
Leeds chill.
1-2 between Longstaff and Justin. Longstaff absolutely lurked it left-footed.
Longstaff.
To be fair, Kinski got a hand on it and pushed it up onto the underside of the bar. If he hadn't have done, Longstaff would definitely have scored. Two big saves from the young Czech goalkeeper tonight. That may well be a significant moment in Spurs' survival hopes. They've still got to defend the corner. In it comes towards the far post, over the head of everybody. Steck gets onto it on the left-hand side, swings it back in. Header towards the far post. Oh, it's missed. Still in play.
Off target.
Goodness me. There was a
Jeez.
player arriving at the far post. Didn't get the shot on target. I think it was Rodon. Nonto's now been flattened.
Less than 4 minutes to
Absolutely
go.
flattened on the far side. That may well bring the referee's yellow card out again. He's given the free kick. It was a lovely cross by Stack.
Still 1-1.
Far post. Player arriving, couldn't get the shot on target. Again, it was Longstaff. Didn't make a good connection. Better connection, he would have scored. Well, he's only been on the pitch for about 7 or 8 minutes. He could have scored twice already. Free kick to Leeds. On that far side. Rodon is calling for it outside the far post. A breathless end. In comes the free kick. It is towards Rodon. Comes off a Spurs body and Rodon is adjudged to have fouled his man. 2 players down. Rodon and Danso. This will add on more added on time at this rate. Rodon says he's okay. He goes to check on Danso.
Danso.
His feet. Looking a little glassy, it has to be said. Well, we're seeing the Longstaff chance again. I thought he had gone straight onto the underside of the bar, but Kinski has got a right hand up and touched it onto the underside. Otherwise, Leeds score. Goodness me. Dramatic stuff. We've got just over 2 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Is there any more? Is there a final twist?
2 minutes to go.
Headed on by Jed Spence. Gets another header in. Gallagher out to Bergvall on the left-hand side. Steps inside his man. The Swede puts the ball in the box. Headed away by Justin. Further away by Longstaff. Won't be kept in on this far side, on this near side, so we're thrown to Spurs. Thrown straight away to James Maddison. Maddison to Kolo Muani. Now Porro. Maddison once more. Just under 2 minutes. Left for play. Kolo Muani looks to get to the byline. Tackle comes in. Thrown to Spurs by the corner flag on this near side. Conor Gallagher has left the throw, I think, because Denso is going to throw it long. Is this the last chance? Kevin Denso. The Austrians waving them into the penalty area. Van der Ven is calling somebody else forward. In it comes the throw. Walk to the near post. Shot comes in from Paulina. It's behind for a corner.
Less than a minute to go. Oh my goodness.
Spurs have already scored from one corner tonight. They played this one short. Maddison goes down. What does the referee decide?
Penalty.
He decides it's a corner. Spurs want a penalty.
Oh no, that's a penalty.
Well. Are we going to have VAR stoppage time drop? Yeah.
That's a penalty. Come on.
Maddison. Dimension does get a touch.
No penalty. My goodness.
Maddison thinks he doesn't. I think there's a touch on the ball from Dementia. I think VAR will call that a corner. I think there's the slightest of touches. It isn't much of a touch. But if we're going in the clear and obvious error route, Gile didn't give the penalty, and he won't be overruled. It is a corner. Roberto De Zerbi, who's already been booked, manages to keep his emotions under control. Danger not away, though, because Spurs have a corner. James Maddison with it. Right-footed outswinger. We've played the 13 minutes. This may be it. In comes the corner. Headed away by Leeds. Porro picks it up. Plays it out wide. One more cross will come in.
Let's go.
Headed on by Bergvall. Away by Leeds once more. Still it drops to a Spurs foot. Maddison's now playing last man out here.
Dallo, what a
back
goalkeeper.
inside. Still we play on. Bergvall the Swede. Gives it back to Maddison. Maddison swings one last ball in. Headed on by Danso. Will it sit for Richarlison? Great block. Fabulous block. Out for a corner. Still we play on.
Another corner.
14 and a half minutes of stoppage time. Surely not this late. West Ham fans, Tottenham fans, all saying their prayers. In swinging corner with the right foot. In it comes. To the near post. Headed on and headed wide. That surely will be it. It's power for Leeds dead. Still we play on. Yet another corner is going to be allowed. West Ham
Another
fans will wonder where all this time has come from.
15 minutes, 16.
Maddison swings it in. Leeds get the first connection. Put the ball away as far as Gallagher. Gallagher back out to Maddison. One last cross perhaps. Maddison goes down. Referee says no foul and blows the final whistle.
Final
It's
whistle.
finished all square.
1-1.
Spurs is precious point, and they will be 2 points ahead of West Ham with 2 games to play. A dramatic night. Chances in the first half, notably for Rodon for Leeds and for Pedro Porro for Spurs. Matisse Tell then put Spurs ahead early in the second half with a lovely curling effort from the edge after a corner was only half cleared. But then the winger gave away a penalty, his bicycle kick in his own penalty area, making contact with the head of Ethan Ampadu. For Dominic Calvert-Lewin to larrup home his 13th of the season from the spot. There were chances after that at either end, most notably for Leeds substitute Sean Longstaff, who burst into the penalty area in stoppage time, only for Kinski to touch his thunderous effort onto the underside of the bar and away. So
Beautiful, and
Spurs edge a point closer to safety, but West Ham are not quite dead yet. You can look across London and the pretty bubbles haven't burst quite yet, and the rooster is yet to crow. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Leeds United 1. Thanks for enjoying the drama with us.
let's meet again. Ooh, what a game. What a game. Ladies and gentlemen, final score 1-1. They share a point. Tottenham, they've played their best, man. No lie. Tottenham, they've played their best. But at the end, they share 1 point, 1 point. Until the next time, man. Oh, what a game. The game was, this game was added 13 minutes extra time. Stoppage time, that is. 13. They played until the 16th minute. Like, it is crazy, man. Tottenham, they played. They deserved 3 points, but unfortunately, Leeds got a penalty, man. That penalty separated Tottenham from, taking the 3 points. It's over for tonight. A disappointment, but a little bit excitement because right now Tottenham are 2 points ahead of West Ham. Remaining with 2 games, that is Chelsea and I don't know, the last game. Yeah. So at the moment, I want to say a big thank you for everyone who joined, man, who joined the stream. We've been doing this for 2 hours and 13 minutes. Massive, man. Massive, massive, massive. Let me end the poll. The question for the poll was, can Tottenham Hotspur destroy Leeds to escape relegation? Out of the total votes, that is 8 votes, yes secured 62% of the votes, no got 38% of the votes, man. Thank you for voting until today sometime, because it's already on a Tuesday here in Kenya. It's already Tuesday. So before I get to end the stream, I want to say a big thank you for everyone who joined the stream. If you are watching right now, I appreciate you, man, for joining the stream. The best thing you're going to do is subscribe if you haven't, so that you don't miss the next watch along. It's going to be Osasuna versus Atletico Madrid, so you don't want to miss. It's going to be today sometime, so you better subscribe and lock in so you don't miss. A big shout out to Arialaga Free, my boy from India or Indonesia, some I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Big up to my boy A to the B also for tuning in the chat and everyone who voted. Also, let me stop the shares. Also, everyone who is live right now with me, man. Big up, big up, big up. It has been the best the best. I was supporting Tottenham, but unfortunately, they did not win. They showed their effort. They really fought, man. Tottenham, they really fought to secure 3 points. But the penalty that was awarded for Leeds destroyed everything, man. But they've pushed at the end. They are gonna share points, man. But they have still an advantage of 2 points. If they continue playing like this, they defeat Chelsea, they proceed to defeat their last game. They're gonna win. They're gonna escape relegation. But if they sleep on their job, into the championship, man. All in all, man, I wanna say thank you, man. Thank you. May God bless you all, whoever's watching right now. Like I always say, man, I wish you the best in everything you're doing out there, man. Be consistent, never give up, no matter what one. Everything's gonna be alright. Alright? God bless you all. If you haven't subscribed, man, I'm gonna insist on this. Make sure to subscribe. Also join, you can also click the join button in the channel. Make sure to be a member, man. Be a member, it's gonna be a big support for the channel. Also, you're gonna be enjoying the membership packs in this channel, man. All right. Until next time, it has been your boy, Punky BFLB, man. Until next time, man. God bless you all, man. Peace and loving, man. I'm out. Boom. See you again today sometime, man. Subscribe. Subscribe.